So if you're big into bougie real estate, the best way I can put it, then you may have watched Erik Van Conover, a New York City-based real estate agent who got famous making YouTube tours and really glamorizing literally any type of building. Anywhere from penthouses to mansions to motorhomes. I mean, this guy has some talent, and he's amounted nearly 3 million subs on YouTube because of it, and it's well deserved. I mean, being a realtor for normal houses is hard enough, but to be able to really bring it to life and play on the finer things in life takes even more talent. So props to him. But unfortunately, this man was recently arrested and charged with attempted murder, which started when he was spotted driving 55 miles per hour in a 35-mile zone, and instead of pulling over, he kept going, resulting in an 8-mile-long chase. And when he finally stopped and the officer approached his car, he allegedly pointed his car directly at him before accelerating and striking him, supposedly throwing him between 20 and 40 feet away, then driving another 30 miles before being pulled over again. And so his charges from this include disobeying an officer, reckless operation, second-degree assault, first-degree assault with a deadly weapon, reckless conduct with a deadly weapon, and conduct after accident. Now, it is worth noting that he's currently facing DWI charges stemming from March 13th, which he claims was for marijuana. And coincidentally, he made a video 2 months ago about how he got sober, in which the description is updated to say on March 14th, he is 1,556 days clean from alcohol. Now look, that may be true, and if it was just marijuana that he got pulled over, okay. But if it was alcohol, which maybe we'll find out soon, it points to another thing, his ego, because that would mean he was lying and wants to uphold a public image. And in his court appearance, his ego seemed to come out in full swing.
I have everything right here and it's all been falsified. If anyone dares try to test my mental confidence, I will eviscerate every single person with my intelligence right now. And that's not being egotistical.
Today in court, Conover was outspoken, claiming that he's a public figure because of his nearly 3 million subscribers on YouTube and saying this was part of a, quote, police sting against him. Police say he was arrested Friday night for a separate drunk driving charge, which Conover denies.
I've been sober from alcohol for 1,558 days, so to press me on a DUI, I'm a public figure.
Which, sidebar real quick, I've been pulled over for speeding before and have gotten a ticket. And I've had it where the police officer has, instead of getting me for speeding, they'll give me a lesser charge of impeding traffic, which typically doesn't carry any points on your license. But I think that with a pending DUI charge, I'm not sure that they would give him any lenience, but let's say he got the book thrown at him. Because for context, this all happened when he was in New Hampshire, because he was treating his diabetic father and he was trying to have a nice vacation to deal with personal issues, which we'll get into that part later. But in New Hampshire, 20 miles over the speed limit results in 3 points on your license, which coupled with if he got convicted on the DUI can lead to insurance rates increasing, yes. Now, I'm not going to assume anything, but I'd imagine with the money he makes, he could probably pay for those courses where you get the points expunged, if he didn't make a whole scene about it. But instead, he's potentially facing prison time because he couldn't keep his mouth shut, couldn't keep his ego in check. And shockingly, he pleaded not guilty to all charges despite there being video evidence of the chase. Now, as of the current date, I don't believe there's any footage of the entire incident happening, but Police Sergeant Moffat said that an amateur drone operator was in the air when he saw the interaction and was able to capture it on video, which I'm guessing is going to be used during his trial, at which point hopefully we'll see it. But anyways, Erik's ego came out on X because when he was talking about his DUI, he claimed it was just the police violating his constitutional rights, specifying the 14th Amendment, due process clause violation. I was unlawfully detained, subject to suffocation, and had my blood forcibly taken without a warrant or consent. Equal protection, yet I was selectively targeted, brutalized, and denied basic rights and excessive force. That this was an assault and that this was a constitutional crisis and justice is coming. Specifying the officer as Eric Wicks and also posting supposed pictures of his bruises. Also, one of him crossing his legs, which I don't know why, but to which Refester here commented saying, cross his legs like Trudeau, no balls. To which Erik replied, kiss my $30,000 finger, which points to ego because when he's getting pulled over, he allegedly said this is a misunderstanding and I'm a famous YouTuber. And apparently even during his court hearing, he mentioned that he was a YouTuber and was encouraging the judge to look up his online following. Like, yeah, dude, this is the exact reasons why you got pulled over. It's kind of giving me a bit of Andrew Tate vibes, who admitted to doing horrible things on camera, yet claims it's the Matrix.
I too hope so, irregardless of whether I'm successful in proving to the world that I'm innocent, or that they Matrix attack me and screw me over. One, that everybody at home knows I'm innocent. And two, if I am martyred, I hope it at least awakens people. I hope it accelerates people understanding how the Matrix works and how these power structures work.
And look, while I do believe that the government is engaged in some form of targeted attacks, I have doubt that Andrew is being completely targeted unfairly, much less someone like Erik. But honestly, I'm not trying to go down the Tate rabbit hole right now. But in a much lesser sense, Erik does give me those Andrew Tate vibes, particularly coupled with the fact that he specializes in luxury stuff and Andrew is also very materialistic, which hey, I do like the finer things in life as well, so don't get it twisted. That is not my gripe. It goes way beyond that. But in addition to kind of giving me Andrew Tate vibes, it gives me deja vu to YouTuber FouseyTube, who I've covered his crash outs on this channel, but one of his crash outs where he calls the police department alleged someone's threatening him, yet repeatedly has to state that he's a famous celebrity.
Hi, the Dade County Police and Fire. What is the address of the emergency?
Hi, my life is in danger right now. I have a guy threatening my life. He knows my address. He called my hotel room.
We're located at the
Intercontinental
Hotel.
I have his address and I have his phone number, ma'am.
Okay, and what's going on? Tell me exactly what happened.
I'm a public figure. I'm the most viral man on the internet right now. I got invited to go to Andrew Tate's team. I'm like that guy right now. I travel around the country and promote sobriety to everyone. I just signed a $77 million deal to do live streaming.
Okay, wait, sir. Okay, sir, let me just ask you what's going on right now.
Send the cops.
So they're able to help you. I'm not gonna argue.
There's a gun to my head right now. There's a gun to my head. Help, ma'am, he left. Ma'am, he left. There's a gun to my head. Help, get them. Help, bye.
A few moments later.
Alright, so just explain to us a little what happened.
Okay, I'm a live streamer.
Okay.
These cameras don't turn off. I am the most viral man in the world right now after Andrew Tate.
Okay.
Okay?
And what happened?
And you guys don't even seem like you're serious about this. Are you guys gonna do anything?
We're recording, that's what I'm recording.
What are you guys doing? Are you gonna arrest him? Why isn't there cars out looking for him right now? I have his address.
What's his address?
Yo, where's the security? You guys are just standing there doing nothing with your hands out? This is Miami-Dade police?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I'm being serious. My life's in danger and you're sitting here staring at me. Why does nobody work hard in this world? Why am I the only... You're out? You're not gonna protect me? You're on camera, you f***.
Hey, chill out. Give me the story. Tell me the story.
Dog, I'm live streaming. I'm the most famous guy on the internet right now.
Okay, cool.
He calls my mom yesterday and says I'm gonna slit your throat. He threatened my life tonight. He said exactly where I am out loud. Room, everything.
Okay, and who is this guy?
I don't know.
So how do you want us to look for him if you don't know where he is?
I have his address.
What is his address?
I said grab my security 20 minutes ago. You guys are dumb as man. You guys are literally dumb as y'all are. I'm suing all y'all. My life is in danger and you arrest the Palestinian Muslim who's viral? Are y'all dumb or are you stupid? Do you like your job? You're
So committing a crime, pranking the police, while also having to point out at every step of the way that he's the most viral streamer and one of Andrew Tate's boys, and that he's being targeted as a Palestinian. It's the same exact energy with Erik. And one thing that they both may have in common is that there may be a mental health component, as Erik's Reddit following was worried that he was spiraling. And in the thread, this user posted one of Erik's screenshotted stories which said the pharmaceutical industry tried to gaslight me that I needed medication, and that all you need is some discipline of your emotional state. And if you zoom in, the medicine is olanzapine, an anti-psych med. And from the footage that is released during Erik's hearing, he's clearly not in a good place.
Mom, thank God, look at me!
All right.
Okay, Eric.
All right.
They're here to help you.
Which, look, if he's mentally ill, I have respect for him for making it as far as he has in life. No one can take that away, and it can possibly be used as a mitigating circumstance to show that he was spiraling. But the man is 35 years old, and at a certain age, you need to know your own limits. You ought to know that being off your meds is dangerous, especially when they're antipsychotic. Like, there's nothing wrong with being on medication, especially when you have a condition. I mean, maybe it's the macho man culture, so I do kind of understand it, but the fact is, it's your responsibility to cope with it in healthy ways. And the fact that he needed his parents in court points to something else, that maybe he's been enabled his whole life growing up. And then once he got to the level that he did, his ego kicked in and he's like, nope, I don't need medications, I'm larger than life. And when it's time to take accountability, nope, it's always someone else's fault and I'm solely the victim. And then they're surprised when people lose sympathy for you, like, no, you only have yourself to blame. But guys, I want to thank you all for watching this video as always, and if you appreciated my commentary, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, hopefully I've earned a subscription. Here's some more videos for you to watch in the meantime. Until next time, peace out.